Hello there guys and welcome back to Mad Games Tycoon. Okie doke then, so last time we managed to get our big office, well, whatever the fuck it is, big massive building up and running. And we did a bit of production, but it didn't seem to be worth the hassle, to be quite honest. Okay, we did make a bit more money than we would have if we were doing it through publishers, but we're also selling less copies, which is actually detrimental to what we want to try and do. We want to try and sell as many copies as possible so that our servers will actually fill up. So I've decided to completely gut the production. We're going to just let the publishers handle that. That's also going to help us sell more copies because the publishers will obviously market the game themselves as well as us being able to do that as well. We're going to focus on just servers. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure we have enough servers to hold 1 million or just under. That's fine. Now servers do cost money to maintain, so I'll make sure that you are ready to actually build a game with the MMO. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to build an MMO. We're going to have real-time strategy, simulation. We're going to make it for colonization. We're going to use the Feng RTS Zen, the best you can find. And it's going to be called a life space, because that's life. Alright, so we need that, and that. Copy protect. It's not the best copy protect ever, but it'll do. And as you can see, most of the arrows are going that way, so let's go ahead and make it that. So we've got 25, 25, 25, 25, 100, all the features that we can have. And this is obviously, MMOs do cost quite a lot more than usual games, but the payoff is usually worth it because the amount of subscribers. So let's go with that. And we just research third person shooter, interactive movie. Then all I've got to do is get the other stuff, the actual topics, and then we don't need the research room anymore, which is kind of hilarious. And as you can see, this is coming on really well. We're going to go ahead and make a marketing campaign for this straight away. There we go. Now, if it sells as well as the other games have, then we might need more space to actually start off. We might need more capacity. But the idea with the MMOs is that people will subscribe to you, and there is a subscription fee. But yeah, it's about, you can range it from $1 to $10, and I mean it's money. It's a lot of money per month. It really is, and you can actually earn a lot of money just by doing that. Even though it does cost a lot more capital to start off with, because obviously, as you can see, it costs nearly 4 million to get this up and over 4 million to get this into even producing first. Not to mention the advertising we need to do and all whatnot. But it will be worth it, especially if the game sells really well, especially if it sells tons and tons of copies, which is what we're hoping for. And now we're just, just researching all the topics now. There's a lot of topics. In fact, some of these topics should be a genre, in my opinion, like survival. Survival is now considered a genre nowadays. In fact, it's probably one of the more thingy genres these days. There's a ton of survival games, absolutely a ton of them. So yeah. Right. Actually, where is survival? There should be survival. Well, apocalypse. Let's just put apocalypse then instead. Maybe we can make a kata MMO. I always like trying to make a kata game. Really do. I think that's actually that will be our next game. That'll be our next MMO. Someone's bought the RTS engine. Fantastic, and it didn't actually get much money from that, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. Okay, we're getting close, so I'm going to go ahead and create another marketing plan for the TV. There we go. Tons and tons of topics. because of how often you need to do, I was kind of hoping if we could have a button so that it would auto research the next one down instead of, you know, keep having to do it manually. Wow, that's good. Those are nice numbers. And yeah, every single one is going to want this. So I think what I'm going to do is, there's actually two things we could do here. We could go for more share, or we can go for more market. I'm going to go for more market strength because, as I said previously, it doesn't really matter how much these go for as long as they go, because it's going to increase your subscriber rate. So let's go ahead and try and see if we can get one that's got high strength. Kataki, Cupcom. Electronic Arts might be the best one to go for at this point. Electric Arts, not Electric Artists, not Electronic Arts. Oh dear. And maybe even Sega. Actually, let's go with Sega. Let's go with Sega and let's see what we get from this. So, 89%. That's actually not that great, but it doesn't matter. $10. Why not? And let's just see what happens here. So we need to see this. So the great thing about MMOs is that they will actually stay. They will keep selling until you decide to take them off. We are going to do a straight up game update to try and increase the sales straight away. Let's go for that. There's obviously the TV there as well. Subscriptions, we've already got 62,000 subscribers so far, which is fantastic, and that'll keep accelerating. Alright, cities. We do need to start making some really crap games for the other genres. So let's go for ego shooter, third person shooter. Let's do it for Hitman. Just why not? Not coming for Duty 5 yet. Let's have that. Sounds like a plan. Really wish this system wasn't in though. Really silly. Making 3 really shit games and then you can just make the best game ever after you've discovered it. Maybe what would be a better alternative to doing that is if you were to make the first game, like for example, if we were to make a building game from scratch, it would give us info depending on how many had sold. So maybe if we sold a few million copies of that particular game, then maybe we'd get more of an info about where to actually put the bars. That might be a better alternative than just, oh, I'm going to make 3 shit games and then, oh, I've automatically know where most of them are. You know, okay, it's still only a guide at the moment, but even so, it's better than the alternative, which is to guess. So, yeah, that's the only problem. A live space. Let's make another update for that. In fact, let's just go ahead and make another TV ad for that as well. Alright, let's try again. Let's go for third person. There you go. Cyberpunk this time. Psycho Food. Epic. That's an epic name for a game. Psycho Food. Okay, there we go. Find a publisher. People aren't happy for some reason. Why aren't you happy? Plants. Okay, I'll buy some more plants. That's no problem. Plant. Where's the plant? Let's stick a plant there. I'll tell you what though, even though it's only running well, it's actually running at 40 frames now, probably because I've stopped it. But even now, it doesn't actually feel like there's input lag like it did previously. So I'll give the developers that they've actually optimized that pretty well. Okay, there we go. Right, we still need to research more topics, so let's go ahead and do that. And this game's already done, so now the next thing we need to do... Oh, hang on, we still need to do one more. God damn it, Feng. The Meagle's Cool Band. Yeah, in a first-person shooter. Makes sense, doesn't it? The fuck? Go away. There we go. 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. Okay, find a publisher, that one, even though it doesn't really matter. There we go. Oops, wrong one. Research orcs. How's our player capacity going there? It's going there. We are still gaining, although this will actually start coming down after a while. It will depend. We're still losing. We're actually losing money at this point with this game, though. So maybe what we should do is make just a few slight updates to it, which should help. More topics. Alright. We can now go ahead and make a new game. Hey, Hello Space had the best soundtrack. We also got Studio of the Year and Game of the Year, which is not exactly surprising whatsoever. Right. So, we're going to go with an ego shooter, third-person shooter. It's going to be... Actually, no, let's go with Apocalypse. Hang on then. So, we're going to have a simulation... RPG. That's kind of what it is. And yeah, we are going to call this one Kata. Actually, let's call it Cataclysm BBA. Yep. Oh shit. Hang on. We need the dev kits and stuff. Bollocks. Yeah, hang on then. Actually, yeah, we need the new copy protection as well. I actually forgot about that. So, new copy protection. We need the new dev kits for all these other bollocks that we're probably never going to use. Let's just get them all anyway, because why not? There we go. Y-Box Extreme. Extreme indeed. Well, let's try this again then. So, simulation RPG. Apocalypse. The real-time strategy engine. Makes sense. No, we're not randomizing it. Cataclysm BBA. This is going to be an MMO, even though obviously Cataclysm is going to be an MMO, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There we go. Right. So that. Yeah, I suppose that will do. Hopefully. 25. 25. There we go. Fantastic. This will be great. Alright, let's go ahead and actually no, not for that. Let's go ahead and get Cataclysm BB. A TV ad. There we go. Research topics. Wizards. You're a wizard, Harry. There we go. Vikings. You're a Viking, Harry. Nah, I just ruined it there, didn't I? Sorry. Didn't mean to. Did not mean to. Okay. More and more topics. I'm going to, oh, we need more capacity. I just thought once this hits, then, yeah, we're going to be screwed because we're going to be full. Right. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 21. There we go. That should be enough capacity for now. Hopefully. Are we losing subscribers yet on this? You're not going to do too much about that, except for obviously develop updates. It's the only thing you can really probably do to increase the subscription rate. We'll see. We'll see if I can do that actually in a bit. But other than that, I don't think you're going to do much else. Maybe another marketing campaign for it might be decent. Just the radio will probably do, I would assume. Let's get the last of the topics. We should be pretty close to finishing these bloody topics now. I want Feng actually developing games, which would be better. There's tons still. Hey, zombies! Zombie games. There's not enough zombie games in the world. I can tell you that for a fact. We only sold 1.91 million copies, which is a bit disappointing. Very disappointing, in fact. That's probably the reason why that we haven't got as much subscribers as I was hoping we'd get. Really unfortunate. but that's life. We're getting there. That's the radio for that, so hopefully that might... It's decreased sales. Jesus Christ. We definitely need to try and do an update and see if we can, you know, tempt it up a little bit. It's pointless. It just seems pointless though, taking it off until it's got around about maybe 10,000 subscribers, maybe even less than that. Actually, I like to keep the games running as much as possible. And that would actually be a really good idea as well with the way MMOs work. I mean, currently MMOs seem to be the way to go if you want to make a lot of money over time. I mean, well, actually, we ain't selling no more. It's just literally like subscribers now. But that will be down. But we're still making money from that. It's just that it doesn't display on that. Really? Holy shit! Yeah, it should display that on that really subscription. Game should really that's unusual. Alright, let's see what publisher we can put this through. Maybe we should put it through a medium base. Let's put it through Civilian Games. Apparently it was a racing game. Yeah, Cataclysm BBA is not a racing game, but it does cost a subscription fee. Right, fantastic. The last one is interactive movie, so let's go ahead and just get that one over and done with. Yeah, Zestiest again. Yeah, this is pretty much endgame now, near enough. Look how much money we've made. Even though it's only saying we made 1.36 million, we've actually made a lot more than that because of subscriptions. I would have thought that the subscriptions would have tied in with the amount of profit we've made with that game, and it should. So, devs, please. Alright. So yeah, Zesty is not particularly great. Let's make an update for a life space actually. Let's make a big update. Let's see if that will increase. It might not increase sales, but it might increase subscriptions, possibly. I'll say possibly because it might not. It's simple as that. It might not. It's actually not at all. Whoa, that update was completely pointless by the look of it. And that shouldn't actually be the case, you know. Apparently I'm losing money, but I'm not. I'm actually gaining money from the subscription, so that's a shame. It's just not selling no more. It's as simple as that, and Cataclysm is probably not going to be far off from that either. We didn't get that. We didn't really sell that many copies, which is really unfortunate. Okay, maybe we should develop a successor to something. What was our best selling game? And we'll MMO it. It was Suncraft. Alright, so it was a fighting sports game with martial arts. Makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, let's go for that. We're going to make it an MMO. We'll keep the name. It's going to be an HD version. It actually kept the stats. That's fantastic. That's actually really good. Yeah, okay, that's even better. I'll go with that. We'll make a successor, and we'll call it the same thing, because we're too lazy. Espionage. Zesty has actually made a bit of money. Not too shabby. Yeah, we're actually quite low now. But we should still be making enough money to accommodate for the server costs. Well, yeah, we are, easily. Easily making money enough to suffice for that. But I mean, once you've got more and more MMOs, I mean, once you start producing a lot more, then these numbers will probably round down to obviously a lot less, but you'll have more games to actually have subscriptions for, so, you know, it kind of evens out, and it's better in the long run. I mean, obviously we've only made 2 MMOs at the moment. Well, we have got a 3rd one in the works, but I really would like Feng to be helping out with that. But that's just not going to be the case for the time being. What I could do, what might be a smart thing to do, is develop a few more engines for different genres. Not only is that going to be more tempting for other developers to actually buy the engine, then it might even help us out just that little bit more with specific genres. Assuming it works like that, I mean, I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. But it might not. So, it's just assuming that assumptions are assuming. So, you know, it's just the way it is. Okay. We now have the Hollow viruses. Oh, I think we're coming to the end now. And that's fantastic, because that means Feng can help out. Yeah, Akin, economy. Economy? Economy. That's the problem sometimes. I read too fast and it doesn't always sink in. So I'll say what I think it says. Like economy. Yeah. Makes sense, don't it? There we go. And there we go. Everything's done in the research, so Feng can help out with development, and that's fantastic. Okay. Player capacity is actually going pretty bad at this point. That's unfortunate. Do we have any more dev kits to buy? No, I think we've actually come to the point of the game now where there's no extra bits. That copy protector I've got is the best, and it will stay at 100%. Which, you know, technically it shouldn't, but that's just the way the game is at the moment. Obviously, it's I've got to keep mentioning this. It's early access, so it's to be expected, I guess. I'm gonna go with Kremlins this time and just see what happens. 96%. Oh yeah, that's gonna sell. So I think we're gonna make a new engine. We're gonna optimize it for building games, because I like building games. Yeah, we'll keep that at that, and then we'll have profit sharing at 20%. We'll stick this as the Feng build Zen. There we go, Feng build Zen. That makes no sense, but fuck it, let's just go with it. That won't take too long. And there we go, that's fantastic. That is actually really epic. We're gonna go ahead and we don't need to update that no more because it's not selling. So we'll make a developer game update for Suncraft. We'll make it quite expensive. That's 2 million that is to update it, but it is selling, so I can't really grumble at that. And we've got quite a few subscribers from that as well. We actually need it 1 million, and as you can see, we're now at 257 million just from that alone. So yeah, it's a bit it's a bit fingy. Yeah, fingy. It's a bit silly. Let's say that. Alright, so let's put cities. So it's a building game. Cities, build Zen. It's going to be called Comet Prime. Alright, whatever. It's going to be an MMO, of course, because MMOs are making money. So let's go ahead and stick that like that. Copy protect. And I think we're going to the point now where we're not going to be able to do too much else. I mean, this is considered kind of endgame now, and it's just a case of trying to get the best out of your staff, trying to make the best games, trying to make the best profits. And obviously there's a couple of ways you can go about it. Obviously the way I've gone about it is just by having a shitload of MMOs and basically getting the subscription fees from that, which does work pretty well. But you do have to keep trying to develop games to accommodate that, so just bear that in mind. But even so, it's usually guaranteed money in the bank, and I really wished that the subscriptions actually went into the profits of these, because obviously they should do anyway. Look at that, 21.4 million. Oh, already, and that's not including subscription fees. If we've got if we've got that much, yeah, 1.5 mil subscriptions at $10 a pop, then that's 10 million right there each month. And as you can see, it nearly is. It's not quite there yet, but you got to remember as well the server costs. I mean, look at that, that's silly, and we haven't even filled up a quarter yet of the capacity. Jesus Christ, of the room capacity, I mean. So yeah, it's pretty epic. And since Fengferth is still selling, I may as well go ahead and actually we'll do that for Comic Prime first. So there's not really too much else that we can really do except to try and make obviously better games and stuff, as I've already said. So really there needs to be a lot more end-game stuff at the moment. I mean, obviously we haven't got everything unlocked in early access. There's still the motion capturing, quality assurance office, sound studio and graphic studio not in early access yet. So obviously we might have to make some rooms a bit smaller and whatnot. But even then, you know, it would be nice to see how these will actually affect the game, or how they will actually affect reviews and whatnot. Especially the quality assurance office. That's basically like the alpha testing, I would have thought, and stuff like that. That'd be really cool to see. As you can see though, we've only got 82,000 subscriptions now on these, and I don't think making more updates is going to affect that by the look of it too much, so I'm not really too bothered about that. Ooh, we lost a few million subscribers there. And maybe it might have been a better idea to have a separate development office for making updates, purely for making updates to games, considering the MMOs, and then the other one just for making MMOs full stop. That might have been better. I might do Kremlins again since it works so well. 89%. Yeah, let's go for $10. I don't even know if that's if that will affect people, whether people actually buy them or not. I mean, I suppose it would, but I don't even need to do contract work no more. It's so silly. Let's do a big game update for Fengferth. Might encourage more buyers or more subscribers to at least stay. I mean, it doesn't look like it encourages subscribers to stay, which is really unfortunate, because it should even encourage more subscribers. So I'm really disappointed that that's not the case so far. Really disappointed, and it should really. I mean, a good example of this is probably WoW. I mean, look at the expansions and updates that get, and you know, subscribers usually come back to the game when there is a big update and whatnot. Maybe it's because they're just considered game updates and they're not actually considered expansions. It would be nice for us to be able to make like DLCs and expansions and stuff. Would be really nice indeed, but obviously it's not quite in yet. Hopefully the developers are listening and they're like, okay, we'll put that in for your Feng. Well done, okay. Let's hope. Brilliant. So I think what we'll do is we'll make one more game, and then we'll probably put this to bed, I think, since the only thing we're going to be able to do now is keep making games and basically just make sure we got the servers up and running. So we're going to go ahead and make a strategy. Actually no, let's not make a strategy, let's make a really popular ego shooter. That's a skill, yeah, ego shooter skill. And what's it going to be about? It's going to be about, let's say, police. There we go. Build Zen. Cardboard Marlowe. No. Good Resident 4, he won't. Okay, whatever. Sounds good to me. There we go. Stick some copy protect in that. Making 25% overall. Have all the features. Fantastic. I can't believe that that's made 36 million on its own, let alone that's not even including subscriptions. I mean, look how much money we've got now. 617 million. Wow. And great, we've sold even more of that as well. That's fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and just make sure we've got a few more servers just to accommodate for the fact that we've obviously got something else new. There we go. That should be enough. Oh crap, I've missed a space. There we go, that should be enough for now. The great thing about these, they're so compact, so you can fit more in. I mean, that's 3.76 mil capacity. That's silly. That's roughly a quarter, so we could probably quadruple that, and that's going to be about 13 mil, probably more than that capacity. And 13 million capacity at $10 a subscription. Doesn't matter what game it's for. It's money in the bank. It's complete money in the bank, and yeah, it's silly. It's really silly, but it's fantastic because it's making lots and lots of monies. Now we just need something to spend that money on. I know we could do, which we haven't done yet. We could actually buy some of these. We can buy shares. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? Let's buy shares. Let's just buy everything out. Actually, you know what? Let's buy everything out. Hang on. Once support this company with money, this improves the quality. Okay, let me... Yes, okay, let's... Why is it locked? It shouldn't be locked. Let's do that. I'm going to do it just for one and see what happens. So we've got all the shares. The monthly costs are that much. The goodwill's that much. Okay, let's just try that. That'd be pretty. I never really tried the buying out and stuff yet. So let's just see what happens. Oh yeah, we should probably raise awareness for a good resident fool. He won't, whatever that means. Okay. Oh, okay. So I would like to sell this game. Subsidies sells the game. Just do that. I suppose. Not 100% sure what that would actually mean. I want another one straight after. Do the same thing, I guess. Are we making money from that though? Probably. Although I can't actually see properly yet. Seeing if we am actually making any money from that. Maybe there's some graphs for it. Let me have a look. Shame we can't buy the publishers out as well. That'd be pretty cool actually if we could do that. So yeah, click to upset. I still need to. Why can't we do that? For God's sake, let me see. I'm not 100% sure why that's locked, unless it's obviously a feature that's not quite in yet, which obviously makes sense. But normally it tells you the feature's not in, and it's not saying that. It's just saying not to accept. Right, whatever. They're actually making some decent games recently, so it's not too bad. Alright, let's go with that. Good lord. There we go. It's getting close to being done. Suncraft's still selling really well. 41 million. Jesus Christ, I might make another update for that. What about if I want to sell this game? Find a publisher. Oh, I see. Crafty. It's not a great game, that was it. I might just get the finger to do it instead then. Substitute to do it instead. Yeah, let's go for Kremlins again because it's more money. Game. There we go. Fantastic. We'll make a game update for it, and then I think we're pretty much done. Not really much else we can do except for keep doing it until we fill up our bloody servers, which would be absolutely hilarious. Don't actually need to see that. Yeah, it's starting to do pretty well actually. Even though it's a bit slow now, you can probably help that along a little bit. I mean, look at that. We're nearly going to be at the billion mark pretty soon if this keeps up, which it will. It will. Some crafters... it's just lost a few more subscriptions, but it doesn't matter. We'll get more from Good Resident 4. This has actually made a bit more than I expected as well. It's actually made 1 million. Bloody hell, that's actually pretty damn good. Considering the game isn't great. Very surprised by that. Okay then guys, I think we've pretty much seen enough. I'm actually going to save this. Okay then guys, so I'm just going to say that this one's pretty much done. Can't really do much else except for keep making games and keep increasing the server capacity. So I think I'm going to come back to this game once there's a bit more endgame content, so we can actually go through it again and actually try and get to the more endgame stuff. Maybe we can even try doing it a different way. Maybe we can... I've got an idea what we could do for next time. Instead of making our own engines right at the start, we could possibly buy engines and use those instead, and then just purely focus on producing games. That sounds like a cracking idea. Actually, I've never tried that before, so that might work. That might work pretty well. All right, and guys, so I'll wrap this up, and I'll see you next time.